Hi. So I realized that I haven't mentioned my new glasses yet. A lot of you have mentioned my new glasses, and I forgot to mention my new glasses. I was so excited about my $6 dresses that I forgot to mention my $600 glasses. It's so funny. So I picked them up a few days ago, and I'm getting used to them because they're a lot chunkier than my other ones. So I need to get used to them, and I think I'm going to go today. I need a little teeny bit of adjustment. They're not too tight, but I want them a teeny bit looser. I can just feel just a snugness that just needs a little tweaking, just a little tweak. But I like them. Um, I There's something about the other ones that I really like too. I just like that you almost kind of don't even see them. They're just so non in your face. And these are just very, very there. So I like things about both of them. So, but for now, I got the new prescription. Took me a couple of days to get used to the new prescription because it always takes adjusting. I know that in this eye, I needed a little bit stronger distance lens. And on this one, I needed a teeny bit stronger reading lens. So these are like the progressive. Um, so I have, this is what I use for distance. This is what I use for computer. This is what I use for reading. So it's a progressive lens. I just want to tell you a little story about progressive lenses. So for those of you not familiar, um, they take some getting used to. Um, Unlike just getting used to a new prescription, which takes you like you just notice something, a little something for a day or two, and then it's over. But with progressive lenses, um, I tried them. I'm going to say 10 years ago. I was like, I don't want to be taking glasses on and off. This one's for reading. This one for look. This put this on for driving. This one for It just was like I was always. I'm in the grocery store and I would have the reading ones on so I could read labels. But then if I look up, I'm looking through my reading glasses while I'm walking down the aisle and it's all blurry, and I would take them off as I started to struggle more with seeing on distances. Then I needed glasses for that too. So I was like, I'm just getting the progressive. I'm going to get the progressive. Put one pair of glasses on, everything I need to do, I can see. So I got them, and they told me, it takes some getting used to. So they were so awful. It was so awful. I hated it. I hated it because I had to keep finding my spot. Like I'd be like, I'd get something to read and I'd be like, oh, right there. Okay, right there. And like I had to keep finding my spot. And I heard like you just need to deal with it. It takes a while. And then your brain just automatically clicks and adjusts to it and it just becomes natural. Well, I had no time for that because I was so aggravated. I was like 5 days into it and I was just like, I'm not wearing these another day. Took them off, started using my other glasses. And then I called the eye doctor and I said, I want to bring these in. I want these lenses taken out and I want you to give me my, new prescription in that for reading. So he was just like, you just didn't give it a chance. I was just like, no, I don't want these. I hate these. So he he took them back. It was my financial loss because I had to now take those lenses out that I paid a fortune for, put new lenses in that I had to pay for, and then I just went on my merry way, on off, on off. But I wasn't aggravated with those progressive lenses. So maybe about 5 years later, as it was becoming very, very aggravating for me to be on and off with different glasses, then I decided I was going to give them another try. If I could just suffer through that adjustment period. I guess I was just realizing that, like, maybe what they were saying was right. Like Lulu, you don't know everything. No, it's not going to work for me. So I got him again and I said, this time I'm I'm going the whole way with it. no matter how bad they are. So he told me, he said, it's going to take you somewhere between 8 and 18 days. And trust me, somewhere between 8 and 18 days, your brain, it's something in your brain is going to click with your eyes. And your eyes are just going to use these just so naturally. And I was like, all right, I'm going to trust you. So I waited it out. And it was right about maybe 9 or 10 days. All of a sudden, and it was miserable. It was miserable to wear them. I kept them on. I I was so aggravated with them. They were awful, awful. And then about day 9 or 10, it happened. It happened. Everything just clicked. And boom, all of a sudden, zero aggravation. Pure convenience, ease, comfort. Perfect. So I was a little stubborn, and then I just decided not to be. I decided to just go with the process. Some things are a process. Some things are a process. Some things that are really worth it are a process, you know? So I love my glasses. I love my new glasses. They're cute and fun. Another thing I did yesterday was I got a haircut. Now I know it probably looks no different, but I'm telling you, she spent about 45 minutes on this haircut. She was like a little artist. She was amazing. So rather than getting the whole buzz like I usually get, because the top was starting to get a little long, usually I just buzz the whole thing, so it's just a buzz, no style, no nothing. And I just love it because it's so easy and comfortable. But this time, what I did was I had to leave the top, so she left the top long. She buzzed the sides, but I asked her not to buzz the sides right at the edges because I said I want to kind of get some like little wispy things going on. See those little wispy things? Yeah, see them? My little wispies? Yeah. So she just left the wispies here. She buzzed right here, buzzed the back, did the neck, a nice square neck, shaved everything clean, and then she went through the whole top and texturized it with the little, she just like snip, 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 snip. So it's all like thinned out because my hair is so thick. So I think, I mean, you know, I could like kind of get spiky with this if I wanted to, because my hair would just spike right up. So I could, if I wanted to start using product and get all spiky, punky chick, I could do that. But we'll see. I think it needs to grow a little bit. But, it could be that this starts to grow out and I don't want it. If it's more trouble than it's worth, it's going. It's going. But that's what I did. And she was chiseling. She chiseled away at this like it was a work of art. You could just tell she was so excited, and so she was just so into it. And actually she told me that she's technically a barber, and I mean, I didn't go to a barber, I went to a salon, but she was technically a barber. So I think that she was her past love of being an actual barber was getting her excited, you know but she just chiseled away at this like she was making a sculpture. She was fun. I just got back from the grocery store. It's early in the morning. I woke up, I made my dandy blend, and I made my breakfast. I made that French toast breakfast again. If you missed that video, that was one I posted yesterday. My healthy French toast breakfast. Delish. So what I did was I threw some quinoa in the oven while I was having breakfast. Look at that. All done perfectly. Just perfectly. I bake it the same way I make rice. Um, if you haven't seen that video of the way I make rice, I'll post it in the description if I remember. I'll try to remember. But I make it the same way. Same way. So what I did was I just I soaked the quinoa overnight. That's been advised to me. And then I mixed it with some veggie stock. I have, instead of making it with water, I made it with this organic veggie broth. And then I just baked it in the oven at 400 for half an hour, and that's it. Perfect. So it's nice and cooled because I left it here to cool while I went to the grocery store. And now it's ready for me to have with lunches or dinners or however that plays out. So I just got back from the grocery store and I just thought, why not do a grocery haul? Why not? So basically it's my shopping for my upcoming trip. So the day after tomorrow, I'm heading up to northern New Hampshire to a meetup, and there'll be a bunch of us ladies, and I'm looking forward to that. And that will just be one day, one overnight. Then the next morning, Barb and I will be heading up to Quebec. So we'll go to Quebec on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday we're going to leave and come back. So this is all my groceries for my road trip. I'll show you what I got. Let's see. I got some new tea. I got Tulsi turmeric green tea with turmeric and uplifting holy basil. That will be good. I'm going to put this right up here with my teas. I'm not putting anything in the car yet because it's just too early. I got a couple of acorn squashes. They just look so cute. They're so cute and they're so delicious, and they cook up really nice in the pressure cooker. I take my pressure cooker on my road trips. So I'm going to put these right under here for now. Right under here. And another thing I have is this spaghetti squash that I'll probably cook up before I leave. Now these bags I like to save. These produce bags work really good for trash bags for my van. So I always just put them in here. So that works out good. I got some more turmeric and cinnamon because that mix that I have that I used on my sweet potatoes is almost gone. So I got these. I also got some hummus. I don't have hummus very often. I get it once a month. It's just like for a treat. So I got the roasted red pepper hummus. That's going to go in here. All right, let's see now. What else do I got? I got some organic kale. This cooks up really good in the pressure cooker too. See, this is why I need a big cooler in my van, because the stuff I use takes up a lot of space. I think I have more space in my cooler than I do in my fridge here. So I have out in the main kitchen, I have one drawer at the bottom of the fridge that's a good size that I keep my overflow stuff in if this is too small. So I'm going to put this in there because it's going to take up a little bit too much space. And I got a couple of dozen eggs. I like to get the pasture raised eggs. I like the organic, and I like extra large. So I got 2 dozen of those. So I think I'm going to put one in here, one in my overflow fridge. Alrighty, let's see what else I got. I got green beans. Organic green beans. They look really good. They look really fresh. Sometimes you can tell by the ends. Sometimes the ends of them get a little funky. Yeah, you got to look for that. You got to look for that, I tell you. Nobody wants funky green beans. I got some more pears. And I'm going to put those right into here on my little, I have this little Lazy Susan thing. There we go. There we go. Now this was in my bags too for van trash. Here's a few avocados. These look good. Yum, yum, yum. Those will go right there. I got some arugula. Baby arugula. Yum. I got some shredded carrots. I got some white sweet potatoes. So this bag is going in the trash because those are so heavy and pointy that they get ripped. I got some artichoke hearts. Canned artichoke hearts are like there's not many veggies that I like from a can. Most of them are nasty. But the artichoke hearts are good. So I get a few cans. I like to take them on road trips with me because if I'm running low on some cooked veg, I can use these. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I got some romaine hearts. I got some celery hearts. I got 2-piece squash. So it's a summer squash zucchini. Actually, that looks like a zucchini. That looks like a yellow zucchini because of the way that it's shaped. Those yellow squashes are usually more bulbous down the bottom and trim up here. So this is a yellow zucchini and a green zucchini. And then in here, I got some chicken. So I got chicken thighs and chicken tenderloins. I prefer the thighs just because they're more moist and juicy because they're more fattening. I've been getting these from time to time as well, just to kind of cut down on the fat because I'm trying to get my weight down a couple of pounds. So this is just a way I can do it, is just to change up the chicken. So instead of getting all chicken thighs, I just get some of the tenderloins. But I don't really enjoy the white meat as much as I do the dark meat. But that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to finish putting these things away. And then I'm going to do a little bit of prep cooking for the road. And that's what I got for my grocery haul. I'll tell you what I spent. I spent $123.98. You know, things are more expensive when you buy organic. I totally understand it, but it was a process for me to go from conventional produce to organic produce. It was a process because it's hard to spend that much more money for the food when it looks like it's the same thing. But what happened for me is that over time, I realized how much it's really not the same thing, in my opinion, for me. And I'm going to say it was a process. So I would be listening to somebody like me right now talking and say, yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it, but I ain't doing it. And then I would just maybe buy a couple of organic things. And then I would just maybe get a couple more. Like a year later, I'd be like, oh, maybe I won't have tomatoes anymore unless they're organic. So I just started making little manageable rules for myself until I've come to a space finally that it has nothing to do with money. It's not like I'm in a better financial situation than I was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when I was first in this process. Same financial situation, but just different priorities. But that's a process for everybody. And whatever you're doing right now, if you're just buying produce that you never bought before and you're eating healthier and you're making better choices and you haven't quite taken that organic leap yet, you're doing great. You're doing great. Do it your way. I do it my way. And as long as, you know, what you're doing is serving you well, just remember to ask yourself that question. Is what I'm doing serving me well? I just know that everything I bought today for $123.98 serves me very, very well. So tomorrow night I'm going to a birthday party for my great niece. Her name is Josie, and she's turning 15, and she's a delightful young lady. She's a silly, feisty, fun girl. I love her. So I found this card for her. So Auntie always puts the green stuff in the cards. That's my gifts to everybody. They love it. But I found this card to put my green stuff in. So it's got those googly eyes, the plastic googly eyes. Isn't that so cute? So you guys see what it says inside. It says, "It's your birthday. Do whatever makes your ass happy." I love this card so much. I want to go buy 50 of them. I love them.